Alright guys, so welcome to another time to learning Python programming. I want to believe you've been enjoying your journey so far in learning those fundamental concepts of Python. Alright, without further ado, today we're going to be learning about sets, and we're going to be learning about dictionaries. And I'm going to tell you the reason why they kind of seem similar, but they're actually different. All right. So a set is actually more or less like similar to a list, but what you guys have learned about list, but a list is just braces like this, but set is actually in form of curly braces, right? All right. So to define a set, you can actually define a set of lists like this. So you can say a variable val is equals to sct. Sct is actually an inbuilt Python function call for set. So you can pass in the iterables, which is let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And then you close and then you press enter. So once you click on value, like reprint value, and then you have that. All right, so this is basically a set. So if you can look at it, um, there's a curly braces at the beginning, there's a curly braces at the end, so it's almost similar to a list. So let me just say this list is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you say okay, let's just check for the type of value to tell us this is a set, and type of val type of this list. This tells us that this is a list. So they are actually having the same entries but different form of definition. For a set, it's actually curly braces, but for a list, it's just the braces. All right. So let's just have another set. Um, I'm going to be defined. Let me just, before I move on to the dictionaries, let me just talk about the attributes of some few attributes of a set. So we have union, and then we have intersection. So let us define another set. So let us say set 2 is equals to set into let's say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So that is set 2. So we can say val dot union um, set 2. So val dot union set 2, that's going to give us the union of both val and set 2. So we can say val dot intersection set 2, that is what's the relationship, what are the common terms between val and set 2. So once you press that, it tells us that the common relationship between the two of them is actually 5 and 6. All right, so let's move on to some other things relating to dictionaries. So a dictionary is actually represented with a curly braces, just like I said, that is for a set, but it's actually very different from a set. All right, so in the sense that a dictionary takes in a key and a value pair. So like the key represents something, and therefore every key you have a value. All right, so I'm going to still show some differences why those two things are actually different. All right, so let's just say okay, my dates, let's just create a dictionary. So this is how you create a dictionary. You open a bracket, then you say okay, let's just say we have the key a. The first key is, let's just have our first key to be a, and then let's have the value to be 4, and then the let's say the next key to be b, and we have the value to be 5, and then let's say the next one to be c, and we have the value to be 6, right? All right, so once you take this in, and you say type my dic, just to confirm that yes, this is actually a dictionary. So you press in, tells you it's a dictionary. All right, so now you will notice that there's a lot of difference between this and where is it, yeah, this, in the sense that this is just mere values, just takes in stuffs in form of list, just like a list. But in this case, this one is not just any form of list. Do you get it? It's not any just form of any form of listing, but it's the key and the value, the key and the value, the key and the value. Just as for every father you have a child, for every child you have a father, or for every parent you have their children. So that's just the way it is. All right, so that's the way you define a dictionary. A dictionary can take in any value, any form of data types, whether it's an int or a float or an integer. Just like to demonstrate, okay, let us say my dict2 is equals to, so I can just say a, the first one was all about integers, so I can just say 4.0. I can say b 5.0. I can say c 6.0. All right, so I think I've not made any mistake. All right, so I press enter. So when I say my dict2, it gives me the results. All right, so now let us just go ahead and then check out some form of attributes. So now another thing I want you to understand about this thing is it's not limited to numbers. So you can even have my dict3. Let's just say my dict3. So let me just give you some form of illustrations. Okay, let's say a, let's say it's referring to a tuple 4 5 6, b 8 9 10, c let's say 23. All right, so it's still gonna work. So when you say my dict3 and you press enter, it's still gonna work. Do you get it? All right, so let's just do some let's just try out some other stuff. Now let's say you want to access, for every key you can actually access the elements, the values. So you say my dict3, let's say I want to access what a is. My dict3, I'll then put it like this: a, what is a? So it tells me a is 4 5 6. You can go ahead and do more. My dict3 b, do you get it? So it's going to tell you b is. So what if I say my dict2 b? All right, so it's going to tell me it's 5.0, just as we have it here. My dict2 is 5.0. All right, so let's just check out some attributes. We have my dict2 to be this. So let's say we want to create a copy of my dict2, so we can just say my dict2 copy is equals to my dict2.copy. Now because it's an attribute, that's why you have the dot. So we are saying that my dict, which is actually a dictionary, has an attribute called copy. So when you say, so it will definitely take everything that my dict2 represents, it assigns it to a new value as a copy of what is here. So you say, when you say my dict2 copy, you discover that you have the same replicate. All right, so let me just check out let's do some more stuff. Let's say you want to get out the keys, so you can say my dict2 copy dot keys. What are the keys? So it displays a, b, c. What if I just want to know the values? I want to know the entries, so I can just say my dict2 copy dot values. Do you get it? And it shows me, okay, a, the value for a is 4.0, the value for b is 5.0, the value for c is 6.0. All right, so let's do some few more, and then we just wrap it up and say call it a day. All right, so my dict copy dot items. Now this is kind of funny, but just watch. Now it returns everything in form of, you discover that there's no colon in between. It will return the key and the value in form of a tuple. The key, the value as a tuple, the key and the value as a tuple, the key and the value as a tuple. Alright, so there are a lot more. We have clear, we have pop, we have remove, but for the sake of this tutorial, it's just actually a short tutorial that just puts you through all these fundamentals. Alright, I hope you've been able to learn a lot. Alright, thank you for listening, and thank you for watching. Bye.